Today on DC News Now, we're warming up this week, but could this be the last warm-up of the season? Meteorologist Damon Matson is tracking changing temperatures.
Thousands of people expected in the district as Kamala Harris delivers her final remarks for her campaign. I'll tell you about road closures and safety efforts.
Also, a local animal shelter is sounding the alarm for pet schemes targeting owners, breaking down what to look out for.
Welcome, valued customer.
Then, stretching your dollar, we're headed down every aisle at the grocery store for your weekly grocery price check.
I gotta keep doing this. And we were hours away from the high-ho race in DuPont Circle. We spoke with an organizer who says he thinks one major event in DC could bring a larger crowd.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Developing now in Prince George's County, Crossland High School and Thurgood Marshall Middle School are under lockdown after a reported shooting. According to Prince George's County Police, a man was shot on Allentown Road near the schools. He was taken to the hospital. We're working to get more information on the victim's condition and the status of the schools. We'll be sure to bring you any updates on air and online at dcnewsnow.com.
Well, folks, it is another dry day across the DMV. This streak that we've been on continues, but at the same time, well, you may have noticed we're starting to bring up those temperatures a little bit. Despite having some clouds in the sky, we have those temperature readings up into the 50s and lower 60s as we speak, and it wasn't quite as chilly last night either. We only saw low temperatures dropping into the 40s across the DMV. No more of those freezing 32-degree temperatures readings. That is not going to happen for a good portion of this week now, and there you go. Again, we will continue to see these temperatures on the rise. Anybody still in the 50s will quickly jump into the 60s over the next couple of hours and before the day is done. Despite having that additional cloud cover lingering through the afternoon, most of us will be pushing 70, if not getting into the lower 70s before the day is done. So we certainly are bringing the temperatures up as we head toward the middle of the week, but I brought this up yesterday, and again, the official count as of on Monday, which stands at 26 straight days without any measurable rainfall in Washington, D.C. itself. The same can be said for most of the rest of the DMV as well, and it looks like today we're not going to get any additional rainfall, so we will bump up and tie the fourth longest dry stretch ever recorded in Washington, D.C. today. So do we see this come to an end at all before the end of the week? And how much more are we going to warm up those temperatures? We'll have your full forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Damon, thank you. It's a tight presidential race, and Vice President Kamala Harris will deliver her closing argument for her campaign tonight at the National Mall. Thousands of people are expected to be in attendance, and safety remains top priority for MPD. DC News Now's Jean Marie Sisse has the latest on how they're preparing.
Yeah, tens of thousands of people are expected to show up here tonight for Kamala Harris's final speech at the National Mall. Fencing has already been put up around the area in preparation, and MPD says you can expect to see an increased police presence over the next few days.
You'll notice an enhanced presence, a police presence across the city during these special events and the next week during the election.
With so many events happening across the district, MPD is stepping up security, starting with tonight's campaign event.
We met with the team yesterday, and we're expecting upwards of about 52,000.
Kamala Harris will give her closing argument on why she should be the next president of the United States. According to the Associated Press, the event will be at the Ellipse, the same place Donald Trump delivered his speech just before the January 6th attack. The purpose? To show the difference in their visions. Metropolitan Police Chief Pamela Smith says they're working with their partners to handle the large crowds.
We met with the team yesterday, and we're expecting upwards of about 52,000.
Although so far there have been no threats, the chief says chaos will not be tolerated.
We will not tolerate any violence of any kind. We will not tolerate any riots. We will not tolerate the destruction of property. We will not tolerate any unlawful behavior. Offenders will be arrested and will be held accountable.
Several roads around the National Mall will remain closed until 10 p.m., like 17th Street from Pennsylvania Avenue to Constitution Avenue from 14th Street to 18th Street, Jefferson Drive and Madison Drive from 14th Street to 15th Street, and more. For more road closures, you can visit DCNewsNow.com, and police are encouraging drivers to stay alert and be aware of pedestrians. Reporting in Northwest DC, I'm Yalmarie Say, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Yalmarie. Also happening this week, the Trump campaign heads to Southwest Virginia. Commonwealth not expected to be a battleground state, but political analysts say that this could be a way for the former president to rally rural voters.
You go back to 2016 and even 2020, you have several of those localities that Trump won by 95, 96, 97, 98%. So I think it is an opportunity for him to come out to try to bolster his base, to really energize them.
Well, latest poll from the Washington Post Schar School gives Vice President Harris a 6-point lead over the former president in the Commonwealth. Well, new today, Juliana Magalhaes, an au pair accused of killing 2 people in Northern Virginia, is pleading guilty to manslaughter. She allegedly worked with Brendan Banfield, the husband of the family she worked for, to kill his wife and another person last year. The husband and the au pair had an affair, according to the county attorney's office. Vulnerable D.C. families who got vital rental assistance were suddenly told that they were no longer able to get help. Now several people are suing the district, saying that they were illegally removed from the rapid rehousing program. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone takes a closer look.
The rapid rehousing program, it has been criticized for years for being dysfunctional, and there have been efforts to reform it. But now a new problem. The agency, it is accused of cutting hundreds of families, potentially spiraling them back into homelessness. This new lawsuit is aiming to stop that.
I was homeless since I was 13 years old, bouncing from house to house. And once I got pregnant, I didn't have nowhere else to go.
Which is why Angel Gregory got into the city's rapid rehousing program. It's intended to help families experiencing homelessness with rental assistance and case management for 12 to 18 months. At the end, the family is expected to be able to pay market rent on their own.
I needed help financially, staying stable and staying afloat with my son. I'm only 23, so I need assistance.
Gregory has been in the program since December of 2023 while working to get her medical assistance degree. But in May of this year,
it basically says that I was going to be exiting the program because they didn't have any funds.
She got a notice saying she's out of the program with no chance to request an extension as required by law as of October 2023.
I cried almost every day because I was like, dang, me and my 2-year-old is about to be out on the streets.
Gregory isn't alone. More than 800 families are being illegally cut from the program. And that's according to a new class action lawsuit, which Gregory is a part of.
The city failed to give them an opportunity to request an extension, which is required by law.
Amber Harding is with the Washington Legal Clinic for the Homeless and says disregarding this law can have devastating effects on families.
They can't pay their rent, and then they get evicted. And for many of them, they come back into homelessness.
DC News Now reached out to DHS and the mayor's office for an interview, but was told the government can't comment on pending litigation.
I just want them to be more patient and take their time out to look at people's cases on a case-by-case basis.
And the lawsuit also alleges that the city does have the money for the extensions, despite it saying it doesn't. As of this afternoon, no hearing date has been set for this case. In the newsroom, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Marielle. In Maryland, Montgomery County health officials releasing an updated report on maternal and infant health in the county. The report shows diversity is growing in the county with an increasing non-Hispanic Black and Hispanic Black populations and Hispanic populations, pardon me. The report also shows counties also performing better on most maternal health indicators than the state and the nation. However, severe maternal morbidity is growing in the county, and with non-Hispanic Black people and Hispanic people at higher risk than other groups. In Virginia, parents in the Commonwealth want 14 to be the social media age limit. That's according to a study by Test Prep Insight. The data shows that cyberbullying is as the top concern for parents, as well as exposure to inappropriate content. Over 75% of parents think that there should be harsher penalties on social media companies not enforcing age restrictions. Well, the countdown is on. The 37th annual 17th Street High Heel Race in Northwest D.C. happening today. DC News Now is proud to be a partner of the event. Each year, it brings thousands and thousands of people to DuPont Circle for a night of fun in heels. And standing by in his heels to preview the race is DC News Now's morning anchor, Corey James.
And so many people getting ready for this year's 37th annual high heel race, including three-time champion John Kim. He is joining us today to talk about how this race really just means for you, because you've been doing it for 5 years total. You've won it 3 times. Why do you keep coming back?
It's just the whole community aspect. It's so much fun, and like seeing so many people here from the community, it almost feels like a fall pride for us.
And I know you're on the fence, at least at this hour, about doing it. Why are you not sure if you want to do it again?
I don't know. Just haven't like trained for it as much, but I feel like that adds to like the whole just do it. So I think I should do it.
Well, 3-time champion, I can't imagine you losing, so I think you'll be just fine if you decide to run. We also spoke with one of the community organizers for the high heel race, and he told us that he thinks that the vice president's rally and speech on the National Mall, where 20,000 people are expected to show up, will likely bring even more people to this event.
For those who are downtown on the mall watching the speech, get back up here, either walk, bike, scoot, and there'll be time to see the race at 9 p.m.
And the race is taking place on 17th Street and DuPont Circle between P and S Streets. The race check-in starts at 7:30 and the race starts at 9.
And of course, spectators will be lining the streets, chanting and cheering all the folks. I believe 200 people so far already signed up to run. So of course, you want to make sure you show up and show folks around here some love right here in Northwest DC. In DuPont Circle, Corey James, DC News Now.